Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of Pok-a-Chat. In this episode we are going to talk about Mega Evolution Pokemon. How they're awesome, and just everything in general. So let's get right into this episode. So first thing you pretty much have to know about Mega Pokemon is, what is a Mega Pokemon? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I can tell you. Pretty much a Mega Evolution is when a certain Pokemon carries their certain Mega Evolution stone, and the stone apparently contains some sort of steroids or something, because when it reacts to your wristband thing? I don't really know. The Pokemon pretty much goes Super Saiyan. No joke, look at that hair. Look at that hair and tell me that's not Super Saiyan hair. Ugh. First Sonic, then Pokemon. What's next? I don't know. So, what happens when a Pokemon goes Super Saiyan? Well, pretty much the Pokemon gets 100 plus to their base stat total, and they might grow awesome hair, sprout wings, get another head, tail thing, or maybe just an entire new Pokemon. They also get a ridiculous new ability, maybe a new type change, and are, in general, just beasts. Now, Pokemon realized that these Pokemon were really overpowered, so you can only have one of these Pokemon in your team at a time. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about why Mega Pokemon were introduced. Now, for all you pros out there that already know all this, bear with me, this will be important later on in the video. So, why? Well, pretty much two reasons. Reason number one, there are a lot of Pokemon out there that aren't very good. It's sad, but true. Using some of these Pokemon are not gonna get you anywhere in a battle. So, why not give them Mega Evolutions to make them the most beastly things in the game? Looking at you, Marwile and Kangaskhan. Reason number two, lots and lots of fan service. See, at this point, around Generation 5, Game Freak probably realized that the Gen 1 community, who had started the whole Pokemon thing, was diminishing very quickly. So, when Gen 6 came around, they decided to show off the very first Mega Pokemon being Mewtwo, one of the most popular Pokemon from Generation 1. So, guess what they did next? The next 3 Mega Evolutions they showed off were the starters for Generation 1. Probably some of the most nostalgic Pokemon from its day and age? That sounded weird, whatever. But, of course they couldn't stop there. They took Charizard, like the most popular Pokemon ever, and gave him a second Mega Evolution, which was Fire Dragon. Now, if you don't know this already, people have been wanting Charizard to be Fire Dragon for like years. And I mean years. Ever since the first generation came out, people were like, what? He should be Fire Dragon, not Fire Flying. Now, I bring up Charizard pretty much because he proves my point. There are 2 Mega Evolutions for Charizard. One which is the fan-based version, and one which is the actual competitive battling version. Mega whatever. And you can really see a difference. Charizard X, which is pretty much made for fan service, has a new typing, Fire Dragon, and an okay ability, and he's mostly a physical attacker. He's pretty average. He's not a bad Mega, but he's an average Mega. Charizard Y, on the other hand, woof, he's hot, because he's a fire type, you get it? Okay, that was a bad joke. But, yeah, he gets a ridiculous ability known as Drought, which brings sunlight to the field, which can help out your entire team if you have a sun team, and weakens water type attacks, which he's weak to, and boosts his fire type attacks. He can also use Solar Beam first turn, which means he has amazing coverage, and his special attack stat goes through the roof. The roof is gone. There isn't any roof left. So high. And yeah, you can clearly see that this guy's a beast, especially in doubles format. Do you kind of see which one's the better Charizard? Just a little bit? Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Now, let's get into a little bit deeper thinking, more complex thinking about Megas. Now, let's start this off with a little story. I was playing Pokemon Showdown, right? I was playing for a long time, probably longer than I should have, and I saw tons of Kangaskhan. This was before he was banned and stuff like that. So, I was playing, and almost every team had a Kangaskhan or a Mawile or something like that. And I started to realize my team got wrecked by Mawile and Kangaskhan. So I switched out a Pokemon for, what was it? Ferrothorn? Ferrothorn. So I usually never use Ferrothorn. He's a great Pokemon, but never really used him. But once I started using Ferrothorn, I almost won every time I saw a Kangaskhan. See, Mega Evolutions didn't just buff up old Pokemon that were pretty bad. They made you use other Pokemon that you'd usually never use. See, Pokemon is really just a big game of rock, paper, scissors. This works because every Pokemon can be countered. Not very easily, but it can be countered. Okay, now imagine this. You're playing a game of rock, paper, scissors. But the only catch is, if you use rock, you automatically win unless your opponent uses rock. And if you both use rock, whoever screams rock first wins. Do you see the problem here? This would not be rock, paper, scissors. This would be who could scream rock first. If you went for paper and your opponent went for rock, he wins. The only way you can win is by going for rock. This is not rock, paper, scissors. Now, this is what I think Megas were supposed to be. The rock of Pokemon. You see, I think Mega Pokemon were meant to be broken. Practically unbeatable 1v1. I think they were meant to take 1 or 2 or even 3 of your own Pokemon out before you defeated them. Or you'd have to use your own Mega to defeat it. They were on a different class. They were like allowing a legendary Pokemon on your team. Now, as I mentioned previously, some Megas are meant for fan service, and that's cool. That's okay. Fan service is fine. But some Megas are meant to crush your soul. Now, there's one more topic that I'd like to cover before the end of this video. And that would be, why are some Megas used and others, well, not? I mean, for real, I see more Mega Tyranitar's. Mega Tyranitar's, which are literally just buffs of old Tyranitar's, than I see, like, Mega Metachan, or Mega Pinscher, or, creative Megas like that. Why are they not being used? To answer this question, we gotta do a little analogy. Again. Now, say you're in a car, going a smooth 60 miles an hour, and everybody's passing you at around 80 miles an hour. Now, you have about 3 options. You could stay at your nice smooth speed and annoy everyone behind you, or you could speed up with them, or you could go to McDonald's. Why McDonald's? You'll figure it out later. Alright, at this point you're probably thinking, so how in the world does this analogy have to do anything with Pokemon? Well, I mean, it's... just a second, let me think. Okay, so this analogy is supposed to represent what decisions you make after you get totally, 6-0 swept by some sort of Pokemon. It doesn't even have to be a Mega. And consciously or unconsciously, you do most likely make these decisions. Decision number 1. So your Pokemon are lying on the floor, dying because you totally got wrecked by a Pokemon you didn't even know existed. What do you do in a situation like this? Obviously, you just cross your fingers and hope you never see that guy again. And just kind of move on with life. Be like, that never happens. You know, don't really learn, don't really change much in your team. Kind of like staying at 60 miles an hour. See how I'm tying this in with the awesome analogy I did? Yeah, okay. Decision number 2. So you've just gotten totally wrecked, or you've seen your friend just gotten totally wrecked, and you just kind of think to yourself, wow, I gotta get me one of those. So you get it on your team, and it's almost kind of like going 80 miles an hour. Sort of. Decision number 3. So you are totally defeated by a Pokemon that you hate. In fact, you hate this Pokemon so much that you make a counter Pokemon. So if you were to ever see this Pokemon again, you are practically guaranteed to win. Wait, this has nothing to do with going to McDonald's. Why was that? Okay, who wrote the script? Bad analogies aside, the purpose of bringing up these decisions is so that we can focus on the second one. Think about this. The moment you take a Pokemon that's really strong, put it on your team, and battle somebody else, you have just made that Pokemon just a little bit more popular. You know, when a Pokemon is popular, that Pokemon gets used. So what I've pretty much told you is power equals usage. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. See, if you see a stronger Pokemon, you can put it on your team with no real hassle. But if you see a stronger Mega Pokemon, you're not gonna just throw out your precious Pokemon you've had ever since Generation 3 for a new, slightly stronger Mega. Unless you're, like, really heartless or something. Or competitive. Or the gist of the matter is, there's almost never one solution to a big problem like this. I mean, some people use popular Megas because other people use popular Megas. Some people like their Megas because nostalgic reasons. You know, other people like them just because they have that pure raw power to them that other Megas just don't have. Well, maybe not like pure raw power, more like obvious power. People are going to look at Marwile and say, hey, it's got an ability that doubles its attack right off the bat. I'm going to use that Mega. Or they're going to look at a Mega like, I don't know, Tyranitar, and they're going to say, hey, that's a buffed up version of an already amazing Pokemon. I'm going to use that one. Besides, it'd be silly to use a buff of a bad Pokemon when you can just use a buff of a good Pokemon, right? Right? Well, that's what it looks like on the surface level. See, a lot of these Pokemon actually have really good power behind them, except no one cares or knows that they have power. They're just getting totally eclipsed by a few Megas. Man, it's just sad. It's also sad that this is all the time we have for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna have more content coming soon, maybe. This video took kind of a long time to make. And, like, comment, subscribe. Maybe share it with your Poke friends? I don't know. Also, if you have an idea for the show, please post it in the comments below. I will definitely read that. And your idea might even be an episode, so cool. Again, thank you all for the great support you've given this channel, and that's all I got for this video. So, thanks again, and bye-bye. Charizard Y on the other hand. Not gonna call Charizard on. No, I'm not gonna do it.